Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, proudly presents to you another excellent episode of 50 Minutes of Fandom. That's right. What we do is we actually take the spotlight and we put it on one wrestling fan that we feel stands out from the rest. So, with that being said, I'm your host, that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. Four continents down, two more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide starboy, Remy Blue. But it's not about me. You see, we have a special guest tonight. I've actually met this woman in person. I met her at WrestleCon earlier this month. Really great person, dedicated fan. And we were like, hey, we see your dedication. We want to know what your story is. And we invited her on. So here we are. Everybody, welcome to the show. Wrestling fan, New Jersey Devils enthusiast, and also AEW enthusiast, Brooke. How you doing today?
Great, great. I'm so glad you guys have me on. I'm very, very excited to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, we're glad to have you too. We always enjoy speaking to, talking to fellow wrestling fans. It's a great community.
Yes.
And we always, it's always great to sit down and talk with, you know, our fellow wrestling fans about, the one thing that we love, and that's professional
Yeah.
wrestling.
Gotta love pro wrestling. It's been my practically my whole life since I was about 5 years old, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So with that being said, my first question and I always ask this question to like 99.9% of our guests. How did it start for you? What was the match or the event that you saw that made you go, wow, that's cool. I'm going to tune in next week and the week after and the month after. Y'all got me for life.
Yes. It was geez, Triple H versus The Undertaker when Shawn Michaels was the special guest ref. That was the match I remember watching and being like, wow, I really, really love this sport and how they tell stories. Specifically, the ending of that match, all of them at the top of the ramp, was what really tugged my heartstrings and pulled me in.
Oh, wow. I believe that was WrestleMania 12.
Jeez.
I think it was that the one in the cage match. I think it
Yep,
was.
it was the cage.
Okay, so yeah, that was WrestleMania 12. That was actually my first WrestleMania I ever went to.
Wow, amazing.
I've gone to like two others since then, but
Nice.
I went to 40 last year, and then I went to 41 this year. But yeah, that was
Amazing.
my first one. It was a great experience.
Haven't
So
been to one yet, but
you
hoping.
haven't been to one yet?
Nope, haven't been to a WrestleMania yet.
Oh man, have you at least been to a WWE event?
Yes, I went to SummerSlam. I went to night two with my sister actually, and yeah, I went to SmackDown last year at Madison Square Garden.
Okay, cool,
Yep.
cool. Yeah. So what was your experience like going to SummerSlam, like
Oh,
seeing it
the
live as
people.
opposed to TV?
The people were so nice. The section we were in was so entertaining. Everybody was keeping the chants going. My favorite match of the night had to be the opener, the women triple threat. So amazing. So amazing seeing such amazing women live. Rhea
Oh,
Ripley, one of my favorites of all time. So great seeing her.
yeah, they definitely tore the house down. It was Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and I believe Naomi.
Yep.
Yeah, Naomi was in that match, and yeah, they definitely each of them held their own.
So good.
And, yeah. So Rhea Ripley. So you mentioned Rhea Ripley's was one of your favorites. Who were some of your other favorites that you enjoyed watching growing up? That didn't matter what was going on. Your attention was focused solely on that person or persons.
Um, a couple people that really, funnily enough, got me into WWE like the most. It was Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
those three.
Um. Wow. That's a great set. That's a great trio right there.
Yep,
Um. Dolph Ziggler, hella talented guy. I always say he should have gotten more title reigns, but
definitely.
that's the
He
business.
definitely needed more praise in WWE for sure.
You know. Cody Rhodes. Who was the other guy you mentioned again? I'm sorry.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not too much of a Drew fan myself.
That's okay.
I,
That's okay.
I wouldn't use this match for a bathroom break. I would sit down and watch. Um, I so the thing with me is that I have wrestlers that I'm not fans of, but I appreciate what they do. So like I said, I know I'm not a wrestler myself, but I know it's not an easy sport. It's not an easy job, and
Hmm.
not everybody can do it. So um, I still sit down and watch. But Cody Rhodes, I've been a fan of his since like day one.
Yes.
I was a fan of his when I'm gonna take it back when he first started in 2007 when he appeared with
Jeez.
his dad, and then he became part of Legacy, and then
Hmm.
dashing Cody Rhodes, and he was Cody Rhodes American. I call him American Psycho Cody Rhodes because he had
Yeah.
the mask on and everything, and then he became Rhodes Scholar Cody Rhodes, and then he became you know pretty much his own person after that.
Yeah.
So
You're
yeah.
forgetting one good Cody Rhodes character, Stardust. How do you feel about
Oh,
Stardust?
so I was I always said this. Stardust is a good character. It's just that Stardust is one of those characters that you don't have him on every night. You have to keep the mystique about him um tightly wrapped. Meaning like
Yes.
case in point, you have Finn Balor, you have the demon, right?
Yep.
You don't bring the demon out you don't have him be the demon until it's necessary, until his back's against the wall and he has nowhere else to go to.
Yep.
Same thing with Bray Wyatt and the Fiend, and I think that's what they should have done with Stardust. I mean, Stardust wasn't a bad. Trust me, I've seen some bad gimmicks, and
Yeah.
Stardust is not one of them. It's not too bad. It's just that it's a gimmick that you just have to keep like
Keep
like
under
for
wraps.
example, he gets whooped by who's the next guy? He whooped badly by Drew McIntyre. That's who
Yeah.
would bring out Stardust.
I honestly wouldn't mind seeing him bring Stardust back, even
Yeah, I
if it
wouldn't
were for
mind.
like a one-off feud. Would be great.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. So did you ever get to meet any of those three men, or just seen them at events?
Just seen them at events. Haven't been able to meet any of the three of them, but would love to. Would love to.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't met Cody.
Hmm.
I've seen Dustin pass me by one time when I was at a PWS show back in Jersey. This was like back in 2012.
Wow.
But I don't know if you I don't know if you saw, but Cody's two nephews, Wyatt and
Yes, I
Wayne,
saw them. Hmm.
they were there, and I recognized them because they were at House of Glory before, and I
Oh
knew about
wow.
them before that. I know about them because here at Ringside Society, we
Hmm.
we're in tune with the Rhodes Academy, and
Oh
we've also
nice.
seen not into like we're aware of them, and like we've also interviewed several people from the Nightmare Factory as well, which is Cody Rhodes Wrestling School.
Yeah.
So when we saw the Rhodes brothers were actually wrestling, they started wrestling. I'm like, wow, okay, good. And then I saw them at House of Glory. I don't know if you ever been there, but it's
Yeah.
a
No,
great
I haven't.
promotion. And they were like, wow, these guys are very impressive. Like one looks like Cody in his early career, and
Mhm.
the other one looks like a young Dustin Rhodes. And I met them the following day. Like it was no, I met them the Saturday I went, and I was like, you guys were amazing, and da, 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 da. And I got to take a picture with them and Mama Rhodes, and
Wow.
yeah, yeah, it was a great time. Very nice guys,
They
very
seem
nice.
like it. I briefly got to say a little hello to them, and they're very, very, very polite. Such an amazing family.
Yeah, when I saw them, I was like, yeah, I got to get a picture with these guys, man, before they get big and
Oh
something else.
yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, yeah. So, um, so you not only are you a W fan, but
Yes.
you're also an AEW fan. You love AEW. I mean,
Yes. Look.
I'm not gonna put your business out there, but your hashtag your Twitter handle and your Instagram handles are Elite Bucks.
Yes.
So AEW now, have you gone to AEW show, and who are some of your favorites that you enjoy seeing
Always.
there?
Always. I've gone to maybe 10 plus AEW shows.
Oh wow, you got
Yeah.
me beat. I've only been to one.
Yeah, I
I
love
know
going.
it's crazy, yeah, but I mean life happens. But yeah, I've been to one,
Yeah.
but I'm aware of what's going on with them.
What
But
show
yeah,
did you go to?
it was a lot. It was 3 years ago. It was it Grand Slam at the USB Arena.
I went there.
I
I
don't know
was
if you're in
there.
New York, but okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, that was the one I went to. And it was pretty good. It was pretty
Yeah.
good. But Yeah, that was the only one I went to. So who are some
Okay.
of your favorites from there?
Geez, long list. Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, of course the Young Bucks, um, Tony Storm, Chris Statlander, Will Ospreay, Daniel Garcia, so many people. Nick Wayne. There's so many amazing wrestlers in AEW. The list could go on forever, honestly.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of amazing wrestlers there. Um, and honestly speaking, you mentioned Tony Storm, so I was gonna do a and I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do an episode where me and the rest of my co-hosts who
Hmm.
unfortunately couldn't make this show, we're all gonna sit down and give our top 10 unpopular opinions. And one of my unpopular opinions is Tony Storm has been more entertaining on the mic than Charlotte, Becky, and Rhea. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. I know I'm gonna get people coming after
Honestly,
me.
I
You know,
agree. I do agree.
I
She's
know. Go ahead.
the complete 180 that she's done from the rocker chick Tony Storm to timeless Tony Storm. It's such like complete polar opposites, and I love it honestly.
The part that got me laughing was when she said, and people, y'all know I don't swear on this podcast. It's not professional. I don't even know if it is a swear, but she said, she is the when she won the title back from who was it that she lost? I think it was Mariah. Mariah,
Mariah, yep.
well, Blake Monroe, she's now known
Blake
as.
Monroe, yep.
So she was like, she's on the balcony and she's like, she's talking and saying, "I am the skank you can't spank, the trollop you can't wallop." It was and there's not a lot of things that would make me stop what I'm doing and just start dying with laughter. But I'm like, she says she's the skank you can't spank, trollop you can't wallop. I started
Some of the
laughing.
things that she say are so vulgar and outrageous, but they match her character so perfectly.
Oh geez, I sat there and I was like, "Wow!" Like I think I almost choked on some water. I was actually drinking on too, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me, man!"
That's hilarious.
Wow. Well, this is why I tell people AEW. And I know people have their differing opinions about AEW, and it's not my. I'm not in no way, um, shape or form trying to sway people to watch AEW.
Yeah.
Everybody has their likes, everybody has their own opinions and whatnot. But the thing that really gets me is when people have their opinions about any promotion and they're obnoxious about it. That's it's not the
Yeah.
opinions, it's the obnoxiousness behind it. I don't know if people um do it for like rage bait or for engagements or for
Hmm.
likes, but I try to tell people, I'm like, even not just AEW, any other promotion,
Yeah.
you're gonna see a different side of that wrestler when they go there. Like just like how, for example, and Tony Storm is one good example. I mean, Tony Storm. I mean, I can't remember anything she really did in WWE. I mean, she was there like it was like a blink, and then she was gone.
I just remember her taking a pie to the face from Charlotte and then leaving.
And I couldn't even remember that. I
Yep.
was okay. I mean, I remember the pie that Kevin Owens took to his face
Oh
10 years
yeah.
ago, but I couldn't remember that. And then that was it. And now she's doing all these things where she sees one female, and she's like, "I'm gonna give you a." Once again, people, I'm not trying. Please don't cancel me. TITTY slap, and I was
Yes.
like, "Wow, okay, wow, that's something new." And I mean, that's a side of Tony that you didn't see in WWE, or I don't even think you could
Oh,
see her. You could see in WWE because they'll probably be like censor her out.
yeah.
And then you have John Moxley, who, geez, and
Oh my God. Yeah.
I always joke and I say Dean Ambrose is John Moxley on his meds, and John Moxley is Dean Ambrose off his meds.
Yes, that is so true.
And when I look at it, I'm like, this is who we should have had in WWE. The guy this is the same John Moxley that should have fought Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and
Yes, I'd
Triple
kill
H
to.
and Brock.
I would kill to see John Moxley now fight Roman Reigns now and Seth Rollins now. Would
Oh
be a
man,
dream match.
I don't think they're ready for
I
that.
don't think they'd ever do it, but It would be so amazing.
I don't think so. Yeah, it would be nice, but yeah, that's because this is the unleashed John Moxley now. This is not,
Yeah.
you know,
You saw what he
um,
did to Darby Allin on Forbidden Door?
yeah, I didn't know he was such a great pierce.
Woo!
If I had known he pierced ears, I would have had him do mine like again, man. I mean, shoot, I should have known. Jeez,
That was absolutely crazy.
at least we know you have another talent. Like, geez, like yeah, that. So, what were your thoughts about that match? That was a crazy match. I
Oh
was
my
like, wow.
god. It was so crazy. I honestly didn't expect it to get as insane as it got.
Okay.
The most crazy thing was definitely the ear thing, and like the blood just like pouring out was just crazy. Like I have chills thinking about it right now.
Yeah, that was. I always tell people like the AEW events, like
They're
they
sickos.
don't they don't miss at all.
No.
So they're always memorable, and I'm looking forward to All Out.
Oh
All Out's
yeah.
gonna be All Out's gonna be definitely it's definitely gonna be something, and I still never forget when Hangman injected that syringe into
Oh my
his mouth. I was
god.
like, wow, okay,
Or when he drank his blood.
yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, geez, these guys are savages, man.
They are. They are.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite match of that night?
Actually it was Tony Storm versus Athena.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
really didn't think Tony was retaining at all.
Man,
I thought Athena had her beat. It wasn't until Mina ran down that I was like, oh, of course Tony's gonna retain now. But yeah.
man, I was looking at that and I was like, I don't mind Tony being champ. That's good. That's great. That
Yeah, I love that she's still champion. I was very happy, but didn't expect it.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah. That was definitely one to remember. And then you had in the one that got me, the one that was straight up cinema that I would never forget.
Oh,
It
what is
was
it?
the triple threat. It was FTR, Hurt Syndicate or Hurt Business,
Oh
and
yeah.
Brodito. That
Yes.
triple
I'm
threat.
so happy for Brodito. They honestly really deserve that
But it wasn't
championship.
that. It was what happened during that with the Gates of Agony interfering
Yeah.
and
Did not see that coming, honestly.
Ricochet was like, "Remember when y'all did this to me?" And I'm like, "Wow, Ricochet did a whole like this might be a bit before your time, but a whole Carlito's Way. I don't know
Oh
if you ever
yeah,
seen that
that's
movie,
before my time. Yeah.
but for those of y'all that don't know Carlito's Way, there was a part where in the movie where Al Pacino's character Carlito met John Leguizamo's character. I think it's John Leguizamo's character was Benny Blanco. Though for those of you that haven't seen it, watch the movie. It's still a great movie. And Carlito brushed him off, and in the end, he ended up paying very dearly at a time when he didn't need that happening. So I'm not gonna spoil the movie for y'all. But it's a classic. Go watch it. I know it was even if it was before your time. Go ahead and check it out.
Yes, for sure. I'll
You
check it
will not,
out.
y'all will not be bored when you watch that. But yeah. So another thing we found out is that you're also a aspiring pro wrestler. You're gonna be getting into the ring and
Yes.
locking it up with some of the best, and we're all for it. But so what made you make that decision? Like, what was like your thought process? Like,
Ever since I was about 14 years old, during the pandemic, I got like really, really heavy into wrestling. And like it got to the point where I wasn't just watching WWE, I was watching places like GCW. And then that's when I really also started getting into AEW. And then I realized that there were different types of wrestling other than sports entertainment. And then
right,
there's pro wrestling. And that's the type of wrestling that I see myself doing. I was a dancer from the time that I was 3 to 18. So I was always active and moving and jumping around. And so, of course, I was like, oh, if I can do this, I feel like I can go into pro wrestling and have just as much fun as I was when I was dancing.
wow, that's awesome. Wow, so you're a dance. Wow, that's cool. That's some talent, man. Dancing and pro wrestling shoots.
Yep.
We gonna see you like Naomi in that ring, man. Like
Yes.
like Naomi and Dana Brooke, or Ash by Elegance, as she's now known.
Yeah,
And
love Ash.
yeah, that's awesome, man. So have you
Thank
started
you.
training yet?
Not yet. The school that I
Okay.
was gonna start training at, it unfortunately closed down. So still looking for a school locally that I can go to.
Hmm. Where you where you at? Where you based? If you don't mind me asking, what state are you based out of?
I'm based in New Jersey. Always, I'm here in New Jersey. New
Oh,
Jersey and New York.
oh, I know. Oh, I know like two places actually. Oh, you're in the right. You're in a good area. Like, are you like right across the Hudson from New York, or?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, I got you. We gonna talk after this. We
Yeah.
gonna talk after
Send
this.
me some your way, please, please,
I know
please.
some places. Some of you might already know, but yeah, I'll definitely send you some places. So
Thank you.
yeah, man. So honestly, I hope you don't give up. Keep on keeping on.
Oh, yep.
Um, I'm not a pro wrestler, but I used to be a singer back in the day.
Hmm.
And as a matter of fact, oh, we have a suggestion. So Wise brother, thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, for those of y'all that can't see the comments, we stream on Instagram as well, and for some reason, Instagram does not let us post comments from that platform yet. Hopefully, it'll change soon. But the wise brother just said Fallout Shelter. Yes, Fallout Shelters. They're actually based. I believe they're based in Brooklyn or Queens, and I believe they're ran by Masha Slamovich and Steve
Oh
Pena.
wow. Okay.
And people
Definitely
have
have to
passed
check
through
that
there.
out.
Meechin has visited there before. Indy
Wow.
Butler wrestled there before. So Megan Bain was there for one of their events at
Oh
one
my
time.
god. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
So
got to check that out. Thank you for that suggestion.
yeah. But that's definitely one. That's a great one actually, because I mean now you got a woman who is a TNA
Yeah.
star that actually trains students over there. So yeah, that wouldn't be a bad way. That wouldn't be a bad way to that wouldn't be a bad place to check out. But yeah, Wyatt, thank you for joining us. Thank you for showing us the blue heart. Um, that's actually one of our signatures as well. But yeah, if I could tell you one thing, I'm not a wrestler, but I've never stepped in that ring. I mean, it's
Hmm.
definitely not gonna happen now. But because I leave that to all y'all young folks, all them flying elbows and drop kicks and tope suicidas.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave that. I'm happy being a manager. I'm happy being a ring
Fair.
announcer. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
none of those either, but I'll do that. I'll ring the bell, which I've done once, but yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm not gonna be. I'm not getting near that ring. I'm good. But
You won't even take at least one bump.
lady, no. Like I said, it's not happening. When I go on my vacations to wherever, like I'm about to go to Indonesia in like
Oh,
October,
amazing.
or I might go to Japan. I don't know, depends on how I feel. I'm trying to go there in one piece, not three piece.
That is fair. That's very fair.
Listen, I'm trying to eat my ramen and my sushi when I go to Japan. I'm not trying to sip it through a
Yeah.
straw. I'm good.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm good. I'll do that for y'all. But if I could give you some advice, man, look, just go with you probably know this already, but I'm gonna tell you again, just follow your heart, go with it, give it a shot,
Yeah.
do your best. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment once said, The Rock, that is,
Yep.
um, being persistent gets you there, and being consistent keeps you there. So,
Yes. Very
and that is
true.
something that I learned because I never was a wrestler, but one thing I used to be in a music group back in
Hmm.
high school, and I remember this one guy used to make fun of the way I used to sing, which back in them days I was just playing around. I could have actually sang, but I was just playing around, with a song. And then one day, I got the idea with four of my other friends to actually, start a music group, and we were gonna go on stage, and everybody laughed. And this is a true story. Everybody started laughing because they knew of us, but they knew us as like some kind of like nerdy guys.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So first two guys started singing, kept laughing. I'm like, okay, then y'all want to keep laughing? Okay, I got something for y'all.
Yeah.
I started singing. Every girl in that auditorium started screaming because they were like, wow, they couldn't believe how good we sounded. And then the other good singer in our group,
Amazing.
the other good singer, he started doing his thing, and they kept on. And by the end of that performance, they knew we were like a legit group. And we've had some people still doubt us, but we kept on going to the point where eventually we ended up getting to cover a Christmas song on the radio in my country, Guyana, which was, and this was like back in like the 2000s, before YouTube, before TikTok, before anything. Like, if you got on
Wow.
radio, you pretty much are doing something right. And yeah,
Yeah.
we got on radio, and and that's what I'm gonna tell you now. Just keep on going. Anybody that said anything negative, 9 times out of 10, and I challenge you to prove me wrong. 9 times out of 10, that person can't do what you're doing.
Yes. Very
Just look at
true.
that thing. All these wrestling fans that,
Membership that saves time plus benefits like
okay,
Sorry about that.
with the free part and time
yeah,
delivered.
all those wrestling fans that are gonna say, oh, you can't do this, or you dad can't do that, or your wrestling is it. Let them go in that ring and do that, and you'll see they can.
Yeah.
So
9
just
out of
keep
10
on,
times they could not.
yeah, just keep on keeping on, and when you make your debut, we'll be looking to have you back on our show,
Yes,
our
of
flagship
course.
show. And we're gonna talk about that one match or two matches that you had, or maybe 100 matches,
Yeah.
that you had as well too. So, and I can tell you right now, don't get it twisted. We've had people that have been on this same segment that went on to become wrestlers themselves. You have a guy right now from Louisiana. I forgot. I think he's going by Jay. His first name is Jay. That's his ring name, Jay.
I
And
think I know who you're talking about. I think I'm friends with him. Is it Jay Alfredo by any chance?
no, 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 not Jay Alfredo.
Okay.
This is I know about Jay Alfredo. He's part of the
Yeah.
Prospect, I think.
Yeah.
Shout out to him too. But
Yeah.
this guy's way down in Louisiana, and I was watching. I was like actually I was actually like we had him on the show several times. We had him on as a 15 minutes of fandom guest, and then we had him on as a as part of our one of our prediction shows, and then lo and behold, he actually goes and he tells us, yeah, I started training to become a wrestler. I'm like, awesome, cool. Let us know when you actually make your debut,
Yeah.
and we will definitely have you on. And lo and behold, he just sent us a poster that yes, he's making his debut next month. So I'm like, awesome. Whenever you make that happen, you know, let us know, and we're gonna have you back
Yeah.
on here. We're gonna make that happen.
I love to be back on. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had people that have been on our flagship show that end up getting signed to WWE.
Wow.
Yeah, Roxanne Perez, Ren Sinclair,
Oh my
Danny Lyman, who's the current reality wrestling champion, Booker T's promotion, and lately, actually, two of them, Jack Cartwheel, who's in
Oh my God, Jack Cartwheel. Yeah, he's in
WWE.
yeah.
Yeah, I met him, and I actually told, and the funny thing is, he followed us on Twitter. This was back in 2020. I was like, wait, this guy's a wrestler? A wrestler followed us? Let's get him on the show. And we had him on the show, and it was a great show. We didn't even care if he made it or not. The fact that they go in the ring and they put on a show for us, we
Hmm.
want to hear from you. So we had him on the show. Several years later, he signed to WB. And then we recently had Jada Stone, another one who is now signed to TNA.
Wow.
So yeah.
Congrats on having all those really big people. That's really amazing.
Yeah, but it's not even about I look at it as, as I guess you could say giving flowers, a thank you of sorts. Like, hey, we appreciate you. We see you. You go in the ring, you put on a show for us, and you risk your not just your physical health, but your mental health. So
Yeah.
this is our form of a thank you. We don't have no big check to write. We don't have no big lucrative contract to give you, but this is the most we could do. And so that's why we do this here. It's not about followers or getting our clout or anything. It's just something we do. So
Yeah.
yeah, so definitely looking forward to wish you well, and we're looking forward
Thank
to having you
you.
back
Thank
on
you so
here
much.
as a pro wrestler. But Yes, I just got a few more questions before we shut this show. Like, I know we got AEW coming up.
Yes,
You know,
Dynamite.
Forbidden Door Fallout is going to be a vibe. But I gotta ask you, man. So watching wrestling, right? What is the most profound thing that you've actually learned as a wrestling fan?
Oh, geez. I've learned so much as a wrestling fan. I've learned to not to be afraid of the community, weirdly enough. When
Okay,
I started getting into wrestling, I was like into it, and like I was going like places by myself. I was always very afraid that people would judge me for just being there. But at the end of the day, we're all there for the same thing, and we're all there to support the wrestlers. No
okay,
one's going to make fun of you.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the wrestling community could be a bit toxic at times,
Yes.
unfortunately, and I always tell people, man, like if just enjoy yourself, man. Don't let nobody make you feel bad. I've had people actually tell me that one guy actually told me that nobody watches my podcast. I'm like, and this time we were on Block Talk, and I'm like, well, my Block Talk account says differently because people on every continent are watching this. So what's going on here? I mean,
Yeah.
um,
Just haters. Just haters.
so just yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I tell people, man, don't if you want to cosplay as a wrestler, as your favorite wrestler, go ahead and cosplay. If
Yeah.
you're a huge fan of your favorite wrestler and you're showing love to them and you're not being like a stalker type person, then go ahead. Don't let nobody make you feel bad, man. I mean, that person is probably just jealous or they're probably afraid to do it. So they make fun
Yeah.
of you, and it is what it is. But yeah, that's a great thing to learn.
Yeah.
So since you're an aspiring pro wrestler, my last question before we shut it
Yes.
down. So since you're gonna be since you're an aspiring pro wrestler, I know you're gonna go in there, you're gonna knock that train out the park, you're gonna get that handshake from whoever, and you're,
Yes.
you're gonna you're gonna get that okay, you are a legit wrestler now. You can say you graduated from this school and you actually you can take bookings all over the world, if not all over the country. Um, who are your top five that you'd want to wrestle?
Jeez. Can I throw in intergender?
Yeah, yeah. I
An
mean, it's
intergender match.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, okay,
Yeah. um, Top of the list, I'd love to get in the ring with Hangman Adam Page.
okay.
He's such a smooth wrestler. I just love the way he wrestles. It's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorites to watch. Number two, definitely Rhea Ripley for sure. Tony Storm. Geez, last two. Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale.
I could already see you and Willow hitting the dance moves in that ring, man.
Yes.
Y'all gonna be- oh man, yeah, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Shout out to Willow, my
Yes.
Guyanese sister, by the way. Yeah, that's a great list, man. That's watch out
Thank
for that
you.
buckshot Larry from Hangman though. Ain't no joke.
Hey, he's got to
Yeah.
watch out for me.
You know what? He's probably gonna try to hit that buckshot lariat,
Yeah.
and you're probably gonna do something like dance move, maybe some splits to duck, or some kind of Michael Jackson like spin, and you
Yes.
go miss. That would be something.
Yes. It would be a fun match for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, well, I just gotta say, Brooke, it was nice having you on here.
Thank you for having me.
Hope to have you on again soon. Like I
Mhm.
said, whenever you start training, whenever you graduate from training, let us know.
I
We'll
will.
definitely be hitting you up ASAP, no Rocky, to be on our show as a wrestler. That way we can actually now have you talk about your experience as
Yeah.
doing battles in the squared circle and whatnot. And I'll say, I'm a congratulation in advance for actually getting in that way because a lot of wrestling fans, they're spectators. They stay
Yeah.
behind the guardrail, but there are just a certain few that take that step to get
Yep.
involved in the industry, whether it's as a wrestler or referee, because there's various outlets that you can use
Yeah,
now
you
to
can pick
join the
so
industry.
many. Yep.
So I commend you for that. And when you do start wrestling, I hope you get to wrestle everybody you want to wrestle. And hope you get signed, man. Get signed by AEW or WWE
Yes.
or TNA. And it would be like, yo, we just had it on our show, man. Yo, that's what's up.
Yes, for sure. I would love
You know what
that.
I'm saying? So definitely. And one thing I will tell you right now, if you get a booking in Japan, if you get bookings in Japan, I don't know if you're an anime person, but if you are, you're gonna love it. If you're not, still take that booking with a smile.
My
Oh,
sister's very into anime, so I'll make sure I bring her with me.
oh, you will love that. You would. I was just over there. So I used to be stationed there for 3 years with the Navy, and then I went back last year for my birthday. I went this year for my birthday, and I can tell you, you will love it. Your sister definitely will love it. Make
Okay.
sure when you go there, there is one rite of passage, as passage as a pro wrestler you have to do, and that's get your Ribera Steakhouse jacket. It's a steakhouse in Japan. A lot of wrestlers go there and get and the owner gives the wrestlers a jacket as a token of appreciation. Hulk Hogan has gotten his.
Wow.
John Cena has gotten his. William Regal, and most recently, I saw that Bianca Belair and Jade got theirs too. So, and Miko Satomura was with them too when she got hers. So make sure you
Yeah,
get that jacket
I'll be
and
sure to do that.
um, just enjoy that. But with that being said, I just gotta say once again, thank you. We really and truly appreciate it. Thank you for
Thank
giving
you.
us this opportunity. And before we shut this show down, where can fans find you on social media
You
when they
can
wanna,
find me
go ahead.
absolutely anywhere: Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all Elite Bucks 13.
Awesome, awesome. So for those of y'all that heard, make sure you follow this young woman, All Elite Bucks 13. She's an incredible person. And whenever she starts wrestling, go to her shows. When she drops that merchandise, when she drops that, All Elite Bucks or Brooke merchandise, make sure you cop it. So that way, when she gets signed by AEW or WWE or TNA, and some jabroni comes up and is like, "Hey, I got her new T-shirt from Shop TNA or WWE Shop or AEW Shop," you can be like, "Man, sit your butt down,
You
man.
got the OG.
I got her shirt from when she was on the Indies when she was starting out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, go ahead and show that support indie wrestling. That's where most of your, future superstars come from.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a great feeling, man. Like I said, I'm wearing an indie wrestler shirt right now. So
Wow.
yeah, so I'm practicing what I preach. So
Yep.
y'all make sure y'all do
Good.
the same thing too as well. And with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is rumbling, and it's almost time for AEW Dynamite. So
Very
I mean,
excited
it's
to
time for me
be.
to go and that means it's time for us to go and see the fallout. But
Yep.
before we shut this show down, if y'all want to follow me on social media, those of you that are watching and listening, if you want to follow me on social media, I don't see a lot of cool things, but I do go to a lot of cool places. Like I said, next month or October. Well, actually, no, next month I'll be in Toronto. And the month after that, if everything goes right, I'll be in Indonesia. And if you want to see my adventures over in those places, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue, Blue Sky at remyblue.bsky.social. And I'm also on TikTok at the Remy Blue, where you can see me give reviews for different restaurants. And I'm also on Facebook as you guessed it, Remy Blue. You can find me on there. And our podcast, of course, is also on social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Blue Sky at Ringside Society, all across the board. Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. We're also on Spotify and we're also on Teespring where we sell our official Ringside Society merchandise. We have t-shirts, we also have hoodies, we also have coffee mugs. 3 designs right now, but we have more designs coming soon. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where you can see cool episodes like this one, like our SummerSlam predictions, our WB NXT Heatwave predictions. You can find all those episodes on YouTube and to see them. It's really simple. It's not even rocket science. It's not even pre-calculus or pre-algebra. Just go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. Once you see that really good-looking dark blue, and and light blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it. That's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. Thank you very much. We strive on being one of the best and realest wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to. To those y'all that are going to listen later on, we get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. And those y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really truly wish we'd go away. Well, like myself at Golden Corral, we're not going anywhere for a while. With that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we're very well and aware, myself and my two other co-hosts who can't be here, Rob Bass and Kathy Knight. We're aware. We see it. Everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag we are not the same. So with that being said, I'm going to say it right now. One time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, one time for AEW Forbidden Door, and one time for AEW Forbidden Door, The Fallout. It's going to be a crazy night. And one time for our great guest, Brooke, who's gonna knock him down when she becomes a pro wrestler. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, and we'll be back later on this week with another impressive guest, another impressive episode. But until then, we just have 4 favors for y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and enjoy wrestling. We out. Peace.